The Philadelphia Eagles are 5-1 and look to be possibly the most complete and most dominant force in the NFL. Every single week they've gotten better as a team, and the frightening part is that we still don't even know how good they can be because they're not even healthy yet. However, what we do know is this: they have an MVP caliber quarterback who is absolutely dismantling defenses in clutch situations. Carson Wentz isn't just the best third down passer in the league right now, he's the best by a huge margin. Philadelphia leads the NFL in time of possession, third down conversion percentage, third down touchdowns, third down yards per play, and total passing yards on third down. They're tied for the fewest interceptions on third down with just one, which was just a screen pass that was tipped in the air and picked. And Wentz has the highest passer rating on third down among all quarterbacks who have started every game. Even his third down yards per attempt is also the highest in the league at an absolutely bonkers 9.7. Long story short, nobody has been able to keep the Eagles' offense off the field. They sustain drives, they grind clock, and they make sure to get points out of every possession they can. It's no wonder that their punts per score and punts per play numbers are both the best and second best in the league respectively. Defenses just cannot get them off the field. And that brings me back to Wentz and the MVP type season that he's putting together. He doesn't have the highest completion percentage, he doesn't have the most total passing yards or the most touchdowns, but when it comes to deciding who is the most valuable, I don't grade quarterbacks on those scales. I grade them on how they sustain drives and how they make plays in critical downs and distances. To me, third down is everything to a quarterback. It's where they earn their money. That's why they call it the money down in the first place. If you're good on third down and you can keep your offense on the field, you can be an elite quarterback because third down is everything. Sustaining drives keeps your defense fresh, it can turn punts into field goals and field goals into touchdowns. Not every third down carries the same weight or even the same difficulty, but usually you can look at the box score and whoever did the best on the money down won the game. That's just a fact. I went back this week and charted every single third down opportunity for the Eagles in the first 6 weeks of the season. And what surprised me the most was the variety and versatility that they showed in all of their third down conversions. Sure, you've got LeGarrette Blount pounding the rock between the tackles in short yardage situations, you've got the running backs and tight ends finding soft spots between the zones underneath, or the occasional screen pass that busts loose to move the chains. But you also had a lot of shots taken on slot fades, deep posts, and go routes where Wentz felt like he could match an aggressive defensive look with an equally aggressive throw. There's a lot of simplicity to what they do, but there's a lot of flexibility and subtlety as well. Wentz is already showing a mastery of some of the little nuances of quarterbacking, like getting free first downs from hard counts. In Week 5, the Cardinals gave Wentz 2 direct first downs alone because they jumped on his hard counts, but they also indirectly gave him 2 more first downs because of how Wentz uses the information that hard counts can provide. Look at this 3rd and 11 from early in the first quarter. Wentz uses the hard count to get Arizona to jump early into their shell, and he identifies the blitz coming from Deion Buchanan. He also knows it's man coverage on the back end because his tight end, Zach Ertz, is split out as the X receiver, and he's matched up with a safety, Tyvon Branch. If a corner was over there, that would indicate zone, but since it's a safety, that indicates man. So Wentz uses the information that it's man coverage and that the middle of the field is going to be vacated by the blitz, and he changes the play. Now he's got Ertz running a slant over the middle into that vacated area, and as soon as that back foot hits in his drop, the ball is out. It's placed perfectly on Ertz's numbers, and he moves the chains with zero hassle at all. This was a quintessential veteran quarterback move. Use the hard count to squeeze information out of a very ambiguous defense, and then use that information to get yourself into the best play possible. It wasn't fancy, but it was methodical, and the best third down offenses are almost always the most methodical. That hard count even helps out his receivers too. Later in this same game, Wentz hits the Cardinals with it again, and it fooled Patrick Peterson into selling out for the jam off the line. But the ball wasn't snapped. Now the receiver, Alshon Jeffrey, knew that the hard two-handed jam was coming because Peterson tipped his hand early. So when he tried to do it again when the ball was actually snapped, Jeffrey was ready for it and sidestepped that jam, leaving Peterson in the dust for a 16-yard gain and another first down. This was a great throw by Wentz too to put it over the outstretched arms of Peterson and drop it right into Jeffrey for the conversion. So yes, the hard count doesn't just help the quarterback, it helps everyone on offense to do their jobs better, especially against all of the blitz-heavy defenses that the Eagles have played so far this season. And speaking of that, Carson Wentz is the most blitz quarterback in the NFL. He's been blitzed on nearly 40% of his dropbacks this year. But against those blitzes, he's thrown 5 touchdowns and 0 interceptions because he has the one trait that matters most to a quarterback on third down: poise. You cannot rattle Carson Wentz. I don't think I've seen any team do it yet this season. It doesn't matter if he has bodies hanging all over him in the pocket or if he has 7 rushers coming after him on every snap. You cannot shake him. The best example of that poise all year might have been the very first third down situation that the Eagles faced this season. It was early in the first quarter, week 1 against the Redskins, who ironically Philly faces again this coming Monday night. Washington is showing a really ambiguous look here on 3rd and 12. It could be cover 4, it could be man cover 2, it could be a roll to single high. Wentz has no idea what it is yet, but we do see Josh Norman matched up with Zach Ertz here. Like I said before, a corner matched on a tight end is a big red flag for zone. On the other side, the Eagles are running a divide concept. Ertz and Darren Sproles are running a curl flat combo. Nelson Agholor in the near slot is running a divide route straight through the middle of the field, which is typically good against either cover 2 or cover 4, but not so much against cover 3. In single high coverages like that, the free safety is usually sitting right there in center field to blow him up, so most of the time the divide route is not going to be thrown against cover 1 or cover 3. Meanwhile, you've got Alshon and Torrey Smith running a levels combination on the backside as the final progression. This play call is very, very effective against cover 2 and cover 4, but as you can see post-snap, Washington isn't running cover 2 or cover 4, they're rolling into cover 3. Wentz IDs the coverage roll quickly and looks to Ertz, but Norman is in good position and is staring him down, so Wentz doesn't want any part of testing him on this throw. His eyes then jump back to the divide route, but predictably that's completely taken away by the free safety as well. Before he can come back to Smith and Jeffrey on the backside though, the pocket is caved in and he has to get out. And here's where his poise separates him from a lot of other quarterbacks. The coverage roll took away his first 2 reads, the pressure forced him off of his spot, but he is still cool, calm, and collected as ever. Even while shaking off 2 sacks, his eyes are still pointed downfield and he's looking to throw. Agholor comes free on the scramble drill, and with a flick of the wrist, Wentz puts the ball right on him for a 58-yard touchdown. You can't coach this. You can't develop this. Nobody just learns how to stay calm, run right through multiple tackles, and find receivers deep downfield. You either got it or you don't, and Wentz has got it. Believe me, he's got it. And while we're on the subject, let's talk a little bit about Wentz's mobility and toughness in the pocket. This dude is 6'5", 240, and he moves like Russell Wilson. He is a certified freak of nature. He's not deceptively fast, he's just straight up fast. He's not just strong, he's crushingly powerful. Every single week, I see tacklers just bounce off of him in the backfield. I see him outrunning linebackers and safeties to get to the first down marker. For pass rushers, trying to tackle Carson Wentz is like trying to tackle a pissed off grizzly bear. He is a fucking animal, both in and out of the pocket. And when you inevitably fail to get him on the ground, he's got the arm talent to make you pay for it. There was a throw that he made late in the 3rd quarter of this same Redskins game that I still can't believe he almost completed. It's on a scramble drill, he's rolling to his left away from pressure, and from his own 33-yard line, he uncorks a bomb to Alshon Jeffrey all the way down to the Washington 20, and he put it right on his hands. That's a 50-yard throw, off platform, on a rope, and he put it right to his receiver to go up and get it. That is disgusting. And credit to DJ Swearinger for getting a hand in there to break it up. I understand that this ball was incomplete, but the pass itself was amazing to me. There are maybe 4 or 5 quarterbacks in the league that can do this. Carson Wentz is one of them. His poise is unflappable, his intelligence is top-notch, his mobility and toughness are a nightmare to deal with for pass rushers, and his arm talent and accuracy give his receivers opportunities to make plays in crucial moments. I love Alex Smith, I love Kareem Hunt, and Tom Brady, and Todd Gurley, and whoever else you want to throw into the discussion. But to me, the NFL MVP right now is Carson Wentz. The Eagles are 5-1 because of what he's doing on 3rd downs this season, and because of the magnitude of his talent. He's elevating this franchise beyond any level that they've been at since Donovan McNabb was in his prime. And that's saying something because they've had some great years. Wentz is the real deal. His numbers are not skewed, they're not gimmicky or taken out of context. In fact, if anything, watching his film to see how he got those 3rd down statistics only makes the numbers even more impressive. You can doubt the Eagles all you want, you can try to qualify the 5-1 record by pointing out some of the bad teams they've beaten up on, but don't for 1 second doubt Carson Wentz. This freak show is here to stay, and Philly's going to be his home for a long, long time. Thank you so much for watching this week's episode, brought to you by our wonderful sponsor, the BetDSI Sportsbook. A lot of my audience have already had a ton of success with this promo code that we've been giving out, One of my viewers, Vijay Varghese, reached out to me and said he already turned his free $25 wager credit into almost $400 in just 10 days. That's incredible. So if you want to get in on the action and try to make some money with no risk at all to you, simply go to the BetDSI Sportsbook at the link in the description and enter promo code FILM25. That gives you a free $25 wager credit to play with, and any money you make from that free credit is 100% yours to keep. You can do whatever you want with it, just consider it a free gift from our friends at BetDSI.